You are tuning in with Sherman Food and Tech, where we discuss all things related to food and technology. Let's get to it. Today, I'll be showing you guys how to make Caribbean barbecue jerk sauce. I know it's unorthodox, and this recipe is not for your typical household. There's so much ingredients into it, but the batch alone, it's about 13 gallons of barbecue sauce. This recipe is just pretty much to give you an idea how to make a jerk sauce or barbecue sauce, just the basic fundamental of what's go to a barbecue sauce. So I'll have the ingredients on the description on YouTube, and you can follow the description on the display on the screen as well. Or you can pause the video as you can write down what's in the recipe, all the ingredients. So that, like I said, there's a lot of them. You have thyme, honey, pineapple juice. Cardoman is one of those spices that I add to the barbecue sauce, which barbecue sauce doesn't call for cardamom. I don't know any recipe that actually have cardamom into a barbecue sauce, but I added to it because I like the aroma of cardamom. So it kind of gives you a really nice aromatic taste to the end product. First, we're gonna clean our ginger. Use a spoon to clean your ginger always. Don't ever use a knife. You can use a knife if you want to, but use a spoon. It's a whole lot better. You have less waste of the ginger. And then just do a rough chop, because all of that stuff gonna go to a blender. That's why we're gonna make our épices or chimichurri, whatnot, and then our thyme spring. I use about 8 ounces of thyme, but you can use dry thyme if you want to, because it will be a whole lot easier if you do so. But I prefer fresh thyme springs, and just do a rough chop. If they have a hard stems, use the one that all soft stem, because you're gonna blend all that stuff together. I use about 30 habanero peppers. You can use more if you want to, but for this recipe I just only use 30. I had those habanero peppers in the freezer because I usually buy them by the bulk, anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds of habanero peppers. It usually lasts me about 3 to 4 weeks, pretty much, based on what I'm using them for. You can wash them and then freeze them, and then dry them first, and then freeze them in a Ziploc bags. They'll stay longer for a whole lot better if you just leave them in the fridge, because after a few days or maybe a week in the fridge, they start going bad. So you don't want that. I use a 18 gallons pot, a sauce pot. So at home, I'm pretty sure you want to have that big of a sauce pot. So as I said, this recipe is only an idea to show you what go to a barbecue sauce. If you gonna try to make it at home or for a party, by all means. But this recipe is just a demo on how to make a straightforward jerk barbecue sauce. We have some gros poupon in there. Just kind of add all your wet ingredients into the saucepan. There's no right or wrong way to add them. So just add all the ingredients together. Your tomato, ketchup, your pineapple juice, honey, all of that stuff. So I'm pretty sure, some of you guys probably gonna bash my head to ask me, or even comment, why in the world do he actually make that big of a batch of barbecue sauce? Then again, I own a restaurant, so a lot of those recipes that I'm making is for my restaurant. So if you happen to come to eat at the restaurant, And then you probably have questioned, man, why is the barbecue sauce or the jerk sauce so spicy, or why it's so smoky, whatever, whatnot. Then you'll know exactly what's in the sauce. And there's actually rum at the end product. For this recipe, I only did one bottle of Barbancourt Rum, but you can add more if you want to. It's all up to you. As I always say, a lot of my recipe, it's not so much to what I said that need to go into the recipe, but it's a preference to what you think that your palate can take. I might say, hey, add more heat, but if you're not tolerant to heat, then definitely you don't want to add more heat. And this particular barbecue sauce, it's gonna be on the hot side, it's gonna be on a little bit of sweet side, and it's gonna be also on the smoky side, because there's 2 pounds of smoked paprika that go into this recipe. So you're gonna have a lot of component in the recipe that you'll find that is very unique for that recipe. So, and just the cooking process alone, it's not a quick process of making barbecue sauce. It's not your typical 1 hour, 2 hours of making a barbecue sauce. This is gonna be actually almost a full day. I'll show you the length. I believe it's about 13 hours. It's about 13 hours of an end product. So just add all your ingredients together. No right way to do so. Just have fun. As of now, as you can see, there's still a lot of ingredients to be added. Soy sauce, about half a gallon of that, and a lot of that, also is to recommendation, because you don't want to add too much of everything, especially like sodium with the soy sauce, with salt, things like that. So if you add too much of soy sauce, then you're gonna have to add more sugar and things like that to balance out the saltiness. So you definitely always want to add less than more, because you can always add more if it need to. The bright red smoked paprika, and we also have allspices in there as well, and 5 gallons of water. So you get just a lot of water for this recipe. And then we're gonna let it simmer. That's your cinnamon. And stir. Even the wire whisk, it's bigger than your typical wire whisk that you have at home. So at home you have a little small handheld, things like that. But this one is just massive. It's all for restaurant. I'm sorry guys, for doing a recipe that based on a high volumes, high quantity than your normal barbecue sauce, just for like 1 quart. The thing is, I probably will never make a recipe based on 1 quart of barbecue sauce. That it's not gonna be me, because if I'm gonna make a recipe, even if it's for home use, it's probably gonna be anywhere from maybe a gallon will be my max. This is after 4 hours of simmered. You can see when we start, and then I think we'll probably lose anywhere from about a gallon or 2 gallons after 2 hours of simmering. So that's the end product after 12 hours of simmering on low heat. So this is it, guys. Go ahead and make your barbecue sauce. This is it. Peace out. See you in the next video.